Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Jared and Braxton giving you a U-Force video today. We have snow coming in 3 days and customers are preparing for it. What you see behind me is the all-new U10 chassis. This one is a Highland version, so it's got the heat and AC. This one, we put the Alpine package on it. So this one's got the heat, full cab, almost identical except AC, no AC. So as far as the units go, they're identical. But this is the all-new V-plow from KFI. And this is what we've been selling for a long time. And it's a really cool comparison because this is the power angle version. And not everybody goes that way, but when you start buying the cabs and you want to stay inside where it's warm, being able to power angle your plow is a huge benefit. And that's what that has. And then this is our very first V-plow setup. Now we can angle these, we're going to show you all in a second, but it looks so impressive on the front of here. It's actually really cool looking. Now that I have this next to it, that looks so small. I mean, we've sold like hundreds and hundreds of these. We live in the snow belt here in Western New York. We sell plows with everything. And I think with the U10 front end being so big, it looks like a pickup truck, that it makes that plow look really small. So first thing I wanted to do is give you guys a comparison on height. So we're not going to count the snow flap. Come on in here, Brex. So the height on this one is like, we're going to call it 18 inches. We're not going to count the flap on it. And this is 72 inches wide. So would we say 18 right there? This guy is like 24 inches tall. So considerably taller, which in a minute we're going to get inside these cabs and we're going to look down and over to see if we can see the plow. This one came with the plow markers. This one, it can be added. They're not much. They're like 20 bucks for plow markers. Full disclosure, that's a customer's machine, already been dirty. He's already ridden it. We don't sell stuff like that. It's never that dirty. So put that plow in there for today. So also, real quick sales pitch is if you guys want to buy these kits, if you're home shopping, I put Amazon links in the description below. Yes, we do make a really small commission on these, but it helps us make videos like this. So thanks for supporting us. Let's start with this one on the outside. We'll show you all the features. Come on in, Brack. So this is the open trail version. Now, open trail and KFI, KFI we've been selling forever, and the open trail version is very similar to the KFI. So if you're wondering why it says open trail on it, it's because it's a new option for us through Western Power Sports. We sell both still. They're both really good quality. So with this plow, most customers go with this whole setup except the hydraulic angle. This is an exception here. So normally you just have a pin you pull up on and you can rotate the blade left or right, whatever you want to do. But the beautiful thing about all of these plows is they're a front mount system. So we just have two pins, or like hitch pins, you put them in. We're not laying underneath the side by side. It's all right here in the front. And this gives us a really, really good like lift angle, because since we're pivoting right here in the front, when we go to angle this plow up, like if we want to tip this plow way up for storage, we can go way up with this thing and get it up out of the way. We can push up on a snowbank really well because we're just using the winch, and this one has a synthetic rope on it, so we can pull really high. Because this has the hydro angle, we do have one power connector. And what's cool on the machine side, come on over here, Brax, just to kind of show this. When we're not using it, we can disconnect it and plug our plug in here. That way the machine side is not going to be full of mud on the connector. And so that's basically that plow. Now we can adjust the plow shoes up or down on the bottom on both of these. The cutting edges are flippable, so if you use this for like 2 or 3 years and the cutting edge starts to get kind of chewed up, you can flip this bottom bracket by just taking these bolts off, putting that back on. And over here is our very first KFI power angle plow, V-plow. So it's really cool. Identical mount. Push tube is very similar. The same idea. It's got the same exact pins. We still are using our winch to raise and lower this, but now we have 2 hydraulic angle motors because the V portion of this allows us to do that. So we have 2 connectors that would separate and break off like that. It's a poly blade, so if you back up and look at it, this is a poly face, and then this is the pure steel blade. So come back here, Brax, and we'll show this way. One beautiful thing about the KFI system is it is made in USA. We do love that. And so you can see all the bracketry behind the poly here to kind of help support that. So what we're going to do first is give you guys an outside demo of this one. So Braxton's going to stay right there. I'm just going to hit the power key so we get dash power. And turn the fan off. So we're going to raise the plow. And this is going to show you, look how high you can raise that. Isn't that cool? So trying to get it out of the way, if you're trailering this thing, you can get up and over your guardrail on it. And we could even go, you know, another 4 or 5 inches with it. I'm going to put it back down just a little bit here. And right about there, I'm going to show you guys the power angle. So now I've got a toggle switch that we'll show you in a second here. Come right in close, Brack, so you can hear it, see how it's working. It's not incredibly fast, but I tell you what, if it's super cold out, I will take that all day long. So there's all the way to the right. It's a pretty good angle. And then all the way to the left. And the next thing we'll do is bring you guys inside the cab so you can see how well or how bad you can't see it. So there's all the motion on that one. Let's hop inside the cab. We're now inside the machine, and this is how we would raise and lower this one. So I can go in. You can see that plow going up out there. And then this is our left to right. I'm just going to put it back straight. So I'm going to toggle this way, and we can see the plow out there kind of going back straight again. There's almost straight. And so now the difficult part about this one is I'm going to go all the way out with it. And let me give you my line of sight. So as the driver, I'm 6'4", and this is where I'm sitting. My eyes are coming straight down. I'm looking through the lens. I can't see that plow unless I lean way forward. So those markers, because I had a pickup truck with a plow, so I'm relating to this, as mine was the same way. I couldn't see the plow. But once I put markers on it, I got a pretty good feel for how it works. So this isn't horrible. Like, I can still see the corners, but I got to be leaning pretty far forward to do that. And then once I start to raise it up a little bit, if I go in, you know, then it's back in sight, but we're not anywhere near the ground. So that's how we're going to control this one. Now the other option for this one would be, oh, he's got all this stuff in there. There is a, you put it over here. So this would be our controller for the winch. So we could plug this in underneath the dash. And if you wanted to just have this in your lap when you're plowing, you know, the in and out, that's great, but you still have to do the toggle. I would probably run this setup because I could just rest my hand like right here. I could power angle it, and then I could go in and out with it. I guess that's not bad either, you know. So either way, you got this or that. That's your options here. Let's go check out the V-plow. All right, let's check out this V-plow, and I'm still learning how to run this thing. So we're gonna go, let's raise it just a little bit to get it up off the ground so we're not scratching our concrete. Actually, let's show you, it's kind of the same thing as the other one, right? You've got, it's pretty much as high as, that's super high, but that's about as high as you'd want to lift this one because our bracketry is getting close to the hood and we don't want to scratch this thing. So we're going to go back down now, right about there. And there's a lot of things we can do on this. So Braxton, let's show this controller real quick just to kind of show everybody what I'm doing. This thing is sick. Look at all these different options on this controller. So up or down is what I just controlled in the middle. And we want to go wings in because I'll go the rest of the way out first actually. So if I put wings out, it's going to push that into more of a V. So there's all the way out. Kind of show the front of that too, Brax, just to show how V'd that thing really is. It's pretty cool. You can scoop all that snow. So if you had a spot that you're trying not to let the snow collect on the outsides of it, and I'm going to go wings in now. I'm going to go up a little bit higher so it doesn't scratch the concrete here. So go all the way back with the wings. So you can come over here too, Brax, and just kind of show the back. We are nowhere near the tires, so we got plenty of room for this plow to successfully work. Now, one note is if you guys are running like tracks on your side-by-sides, you do have to get bracket extensions. So we're not talking about the track kits, but if you did, they'd have to be pushed out further. Now, what's cool is I can run each wing individually, right? So if I can do this right, check this out. So now we can go right wing out, and now we basically have a straight blade that's angled. This is basically what that plow would be doing, is that. And what's cool, if I can figure this out, if I hit right now, the whole assembly, so it's almost acting like a straight blade again, which is super cool. So again, we can go left to right, and then if I wanted, I can control just the left wing in and out. So if there's straight, and let's go straight with it. and then I'm gonna go down with it. So why don't we hop in the cab and we'll show the field of view. We'll set it down, that way you guys know that's all the way down. So this is the ultimate setup for plowing. This reminds me of my pickup truck. I had almost an identical handheld remote like this. And right now my field of view, because this one is 24 inches tall versus 18, it's 6 inches taller, I can see the whole plow side to side. I truly don't even really need the markers. Let me give you my field of view again, because I gave that to you guys on the other one. So again, I'm looking through the camera straight down, and look how much more of the plow I can see here. A little more comforting when I'm going around the corners. And so this is way easier, right? So if I'm plowing, I can have this in my hand over here. You can see my hand. I'm plowing in and out. I can be going forward, reverse, and controlling this plow exactly how I want to. Not that this was hard over here, but it's just easier here. And we can go up with it just to show it. You know, so there it is. So it's so easy to do. And with these having the heat and the windshield wipers and the tip out windshields, this whole operation of plowing snow is getting easier. So let's hop out and we'll talk about price. So lastly, the big thing is price, of course, right? So this whole setup with the power angle is only 1,900 bucks. Super reasonable. The plow itself is about 900, and then you add that power angle, it adds about $1,000. So power angle is just as much as the plow. So just under $2,000 gets you that full setup, which we've been doing a ton of these lately with the new cab units. This little guy, on the other hand, this is 3,900 bucks. So it's $2,000 more than this. But if you're buying this one time, I don't think this is going to be a hard upsell, especially for financing, easy to roll that into it. So I really feel like now that we have one on a machine and it looks so beefy and this machine is so strong, this is going to be a pretty cool option moving forward. So we just wanted to do a video on it. Jared and Braxton from 3Cs. Please consider subscribing to our channel. Love to have you follow along. Enjoy the ride. We'll see you on the trail.